Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time. Defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Here's Ryan. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
The Falcons at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Washington's got it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On third down, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 51. In motion right here, Washington. On 2nd and 10, Ryan trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now it's Ryan. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing again, Ryan. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, Ryan. They'll roll him out right.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he is out of bounds here. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Well, Charles, before the game, we were talking with him and said, hey, you know you're close to 65,000 career passing yards.
I
know.
How did you do that?
He just kind of smiled and walked away, but he just passed that number, 65,000 career passing yards.
I always get a kick out of it when they don't want to talk about it. But if you had said a number that was incorrect.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 13 to 7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 2 before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking to this defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. And they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Mahomes now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He finds his man, complete. It's back. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Second down and a run by Robinson. 2 yards, good enough for first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Pickens is there on the crossing route. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, blue 80! 21! Hey, bye-bye.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Ready, blue 80!
Now Ryan on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Ryan.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On third down, Robinson.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Ryan. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll
try and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Butker's kick here is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
39. 21.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Rams are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here.
So they came in